Well, my name is Zeb Moore. I'm an actor here in Limerick. I also have an engineering background, which helped on this gig. And I was lucky enough to be cast as one of the Lilliputians in the Limerick production of Royal Deluxe. How I got involved in it was about 2 months ago. I got a phone call in relation to the engineering aspect, because I do have an engineering business here in Limerick, and I think what they were doing was looking, could they tie somebody in that would have knowledge of local companies around that may help them if they need that. And then a couple of weeks after that, I got a phone call to come in and audition for one of the Lilliputians, and so I went in, and the audition comprised of swinging out of grandmother, and to see were you physically able to do it, and luckily I had it, so I was chosen. So I think there was only 20 Limerick people went out for the auditions, of which 16 were picked to help with the crew of Royal Deluxe. A lot of the Royal Deluxe crew didn't have English. There was a small percentage that did, so we had interpreters there, so it was fine. People asked me about the direction, and did you receive much direction for the performance? And being a Lilliputian, you were secondary really to the grandmother, so your direction was very simple. You were a servant of grandmother, and that's what we did. You felt very soon into the rehearsals that you had respect for this feat of engineering that was grandmother, and when she came to life and the expressions on her face were just unbelievable, and you had this immediate connection to grandmother, which is really lovely. And working with the guys, these people are not street performers. These are trained engineers. These are trained technicians. They're at the highest level of their game. It's unbelievable to work with people who communicate and work so well together, and operating a joint of that magnitude and that scale required 27 of us working in unison, and to create that visual within a week of rehearsals, and to create that visual for the public was outstanding, and to be part of it was magnificent.
Kreuzberg, Kreuzergerd, Fritz Tata, Verace Blitzkull.
May the 4 cardinal points quarter me here and now if there is any doubt as to the veracity of this story.
Yet cocknut, masi cocket head, yet credo miet.
And may the first member of the audience to to question my words have his head sliced off.
The first realization for me was on the Friday morning when she arrived, and we removed her from the train, and we positioned her for her first walk in Limerick. And at that stage, we hadn't got a huge crowd, but the crowd was developing. And when we took our positions to walk her for the first time, and to see the reaction from the public was just overwhelming. It was that was the magic. We had seen it during rehearsals, and we've looked at the move, but being part of it, you didn't actually appreciate the fluidness of the movement because you were part of that. But you got it once you saw people in awe of this amazing structure moving and moving with 27 of us operating it all in unison, between the eyes, the head movement, the arm movement, elbow movement, knee movement, everything. And every one of us were working in unison, and to see the reaction from the public was spectacular, especially the children. Yeah, they were mesmerised. It was fantastic. The reaction from the public and the crowds, and the sheer scale of the amount of people who thronged the streets of Limerick was incredible. Another lovely aspect of what I saw was, for the most part, the public weren't barriered off. And that was, I think the Royal Deluxe insisted that the public be part of that and be allowed touch and feel, where possible when Brandy wasn't moving. And I think that was very important, that the Royal Deluxe felt that they wanted to give that to the public and give them an opportunity to touch her slippers, for example. And I know there's a lot of shots with kids. And that was phenomenal. But have I ever experienced anything? Nothing on this scale, absolutely nothing. On the final day, on the Sunday, and the sheer physicality of what you had to do as a performer or as an operator on this joint was huge, and a huge physical demand. And you literally were running on adrenaline. But to see the amount of people and the reaction that they had, and the constant shouting at you and encouragement that you were receiving was absolutely spectacular. And there's nothing, I don't think anyone will experience anything like that, or any of the crew again. And I know the Royal Deluxe have travelled all over the world, and they're off to Australia now in a couple of months, and even those guys said that Limerick City got it, they understood it. And the beauty part of that is, even having been part of the Irish crew, the feedback from Royal Deluxe said that it was lovely to work with the Irish crew because they felt we understood what they were trying to achieve, and they didn't try, they did achieve. I suppose I'm originally Dublin, living in Limerick now for 15 years, being part of the theatrical world in Limerick and the filmmaking and various different projects. It was the sheer pride that you felt, and the emotion that it actually developed inside, and to work alongside people who are obviously born in Limerick. I just became part of that family. It didn't change. Everyone else felt exactly the same way, and it was just sheer pride. And I think what Royal Deluxe did for Limerick City and the community in Limerick is vitally important, because what they did was they brought a soul back into the people of Limerick. Like, people talked about the soul that was missing. What came back into the Limerick's people's hearts was magical, and it's going to take a long time for people to forget this event.